welcome back to another episode of Hard Reads Hotel Edition. I am on the road, but that does not mean that the show must stop. We must keep going. So, here we are, getting to another episode of Hard Reads. We have three good topics to talk about. We got the SNS TOs leaving from last week that we weren't able to talk about, Thanksgiving time. Zero's dipping, and then, of course, Kongo Saga, one of the last big tournaments of the year. The other one, I think, being Ultimatum if it gets enough entrants, but that one's after Christmas. So, yeah, Kongo Saga, everyone's looking forward to it. Bunch of Japanese representation will be there. Should be a great tournament to watch, and it will be happening this weekend. So, I'm TKbreezy, Austy. What's up? How you doing?
Yo, how's it going, man? I like your background. It actually looks really nice in the hotel.
I mean, I'm in the New York. It's the first time I stayed here. It's actually pretty clean. Now, the only thing I want to do, if I end up streaming later, is I need to figure out how to sit over here so I can use the TV as my second monitor. So we'll figure that out later. As of right now,
or get better upload speeds.
Yeah, that upload speed is gross. I'm gonna call the front desk for that. So, but without further ado, I guess the first thing we could talk about is a big issue that has happened within the SNS community, that the SNS TOs have finally called it quits, which is crazy because I feel like I've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people who've worked SNS already have their complaints outside of Coney, of course. But a lot of people who have worked SNS or have had their complaints about SNS, and it seems like it's finally come to head with all the TOs being like, let me get up out of here. So what do you think about that?
I saw it as a long time coming. Like you said, people have been talking. They've been talking about the poor working conditions for years, and I'm glad people are finally recognizing their value and standing up for themselves. I actually just pulled up the little statement that they had, with the signatures and stuff. Wow, they mean serious business, they got their little all these signatures from all the TOs saying we, the undersigned staff of previous Smash and Splashers, and they go on and on about how they don't feel welcomed or needed there. So they're gonna dip, and that's probably gonna that might spell disastrous for SNS next year. I can't see it going swimmingly, no pun intended.
Yeah, well, that was a pretty good pun, but they I don't know, man. Josh also, he made a tweet longer or whatever that was he was kind of answering some of the stuff, but it wasn't an apology or anything like that. It was mostly hey, SNS has grown to this standard, and we will persevere. And there was, he put a lot of blame on one person. I forgot what it was, but he apparently ended up paying some guy $20K, throughout the years or for the last Smash and Splash. And when that sucks, because you have to think about all the other TOs and volunteers and commentators who aren't getting crazy pay, Koney.
$20K?
Yeah, $20K. Apparently, I don't know if that's for one standing or over the years. I'd have to go back and reread it, but I know the number $20K was thrown out. But all in all, I just expected a little more from Josh on the apology side, and that, in my opinion, that was not an apology. I feel like that was more so all right, well, and then I think he phrased it we've decided to let the TOs go when they collectively decided to leave. So it's not I don't know, man. It's the you got fired versus you quit argument, and both sides are playing the side that benefits them. However, I'm more inclined to believe that TOs left than him firing all the TOs out of nowhere. So,
I mean, he has to make a statement like that because it's his brand. He has to protect it. If he agrees with them, then all of a sudden people see that and they're oh, SNS does have bad working conditions. Maybe we shouldn't support it. So he's trying to do a potential defensive, way to try to help the tournament next year. I've met Josh. He's actually a really cool, down to earth dude, but I know nothing about how he runs tournaments. So this was all everything coming out. So
yeah, well,
I don't know where it's going to lead, man. I don't see high hopes for SNS. It's going to go from an S tier to maybe not even PGR. Who knows?
I mean, I think people are still going to go. I mean, I feel even if just the Midwest shows up, it'll at least get, B tier status. But yeah, it's not going to be the big major hit that we're used to seeing SNSD for the summer, So unfortunate for them, but at the same time, man, I don't know, man. Josh, I know you say he's down there dude, but that guy's talked to me 4 different times of basically saying, oh, we got to get you out here, man. We got to get you out to SNS.
The TO Classic.
Yeah, and that's happened 4 times. So me, I don't, I have no beef with him, but I also do not care to continue a relationship with him. So it's he's hit or miss for me. If he's cool, he's cool. and my opinion really doesn't change if he does stuff good or stuff bad. He's just like another person in the community to me. So
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, he was nice when I met him, but I don't have any attachments to him.
yeah. So I mean, outside of that, like I'm very interested to see what the TOs for Smash Splash will do next. What Smash and Splash will do next. We'll have to keep looking in on that and seeing if they're going to have a Smash and Splash 6, I think, or is that what they're on, 6 or 7? Or are they just going to cancel it? Yeah, I mean, I think it's 6, but yeah, are they going to cancel it or are they going to keep going? That's a very interesting topic that we'll probably have to deal with a little closer to the summer when they, announce, if they decide to announce. So, yeah.
Yeah, they already have they already got like the hotel and everything at the Calamari, May 28th through the 31st of 2020.
Oh damn.
So
okay.
I don't know if they can like cancel that contract with the hotel or they just got to run it,
Well, at that time, it's like, would canceling, like if it ends up being an issue, like would canceling save them more money than them throwing the tournament and then not having a lot of people show up? And that's probably like something he'd have to look into. But maybe they're not even thinking about canceling, and that's just me thinking that this publicity is bad enough for you to be like, oh man, Smash Splash may not be the wave, because just going through Twitter, a lot of people were like, oh, so I guess I'm not going to Smash Splash this week or this year, and so you're inclined to think that, oh, okay, maybe this is bad, but maybe it's not that bad, and it's just like negative hive mind, and a lot of people who are still going are just not tweeting out that they're going.
I never got Coney's thoughts on it. I never asked him about it because Coney's like been with them since the beginning and he always like praised the tournament. So do you know what Coney's thoughts were on the tournament? Like all this bad press coming out?
I mean, we like slightly talked about it, but I don't fully remember what he said, so I don't want to like misquote him.
Oh,
but
of course.
He's not like, I don't know. It's not like he's not shitting on the tournament, but he's also not shitting on the tournament. That's pretty much all I can really give you. Yeah. Like, I feel like he has that attachment to it because he has been there forever. But like at the same time, you can't just sit back and see what's being said and be like, oh, that's not that bad, because then it's going to look bad for you. So I'm sure he's got level head on it. I just don't know what like the future of SNS and him will be.
We'll have to wait and see, man. I mean, the last time it was top 8, that was who was it? It was
him and Trihex, him and Zero. No, him and Trihex. Yeah.
Hungry Box came in for the TriCast right afterwards.
Yeah, man.
So that was a very wacky top 8.
Speaking of TriCast with Trihex and Hungry Box, I think I might have to do that at Ultimatum, because that's the 3 commentators that got hired. Me, Trihex, and HBox. So it should be interesting. Definitely testing my commentary chops. I know that much, but we'll see, or at least my knowledge of the game. So we'll see how that one plays out. I'm not like upset with that. Like, I don't have any ill will toward them. It's just like, to me, I'm the only commentator that got hired. Like, it's a commentator plus 2 guests who can speak about the game. But for the most part, if you're depending on the rest of the commentary stuff, like the shills, the throws, the communicating with production, I feel like that's all going to be on me. So, whatever.
Yeah, but they get hired for what they bring in the audience. Like Trihex is part of the speedrunning community. He can bring in those viewers. Trihex is also a really cool, down to earth dude.
Yeah, he's a homie.
He's really cool. And I think he can kind of bring that charisma into it. I think he was just a little like nervous at Smash and Splash. So hopefully he can just jump off, bounce off of you. Same thing with Hungry Box. It should be fine. I think he'll be fine.
But that's what he said. That's what he said in his. That's one thing that I would give Trihex. Give up Trihex, that when he fucked up at Smash and Splash, like he actually admitted to it. Like he put the tweet longer out, or like the long series of tweets. It was like, yeah, man, I don't know what happened. Like my first block was good. I got on to the second block, and I just feel like I got nervous or something, and like that wasn't I wasn't in a good spot or something like that. It was something to the extent of basically him being like, I recognize that like the job that I did was not great. And like, I feel like a lot of people would not do that. Like, I feel like a lot of people would either just let it die, they have a bad block or whatever, or they maybe get a block that they feel like is undeserved, and they'd either like just kind of ghost, or they just would try to like schmooze past it. And like, I think that was really cool that he was like, I'm going to acknowledge this. I want to do better. So next time I'll do better. So big shouts to Trihex for that.
No, I also saw that tweet line. That was really cool of him. Yeah. Totally. I'm on board with people, because it's so easy to ghost something. Like, I've even done it in the past before whenever there's like bad press talk from like Smash 4, I would just like, let it die. People forget about stuff literally in a week.
They do. I mean, it's not a bad thing to do. It's just also like, sometimes like the backlash is just not worth addressing. So it's like, all right, whatever. But like, you know, he's a big entity in gaming and speedrunning, and you know, to an extent, Smash now that he's been playing so much more. So he's got to, you know, it was probably a good thing that he addressed it. But speaking of ghosting, we got Zero ghosting the Twitch platform and going over to Facebook.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
I don't know, like I put out a tweet that was kind of like a jokey tweet that was like, I can't believe all these people are upset about him. Like, my man's making that money, because there's no way that he walked over to Facebook without making at least a six-figure deal. Like, and that's being generous, because like, I'm not talking about like at least 100K. I think that he's like making some bank. Now, I'm not going to go to just straight ask him, but I know that I saw a clip yesterday of another streamer who Facebook was trying to poach, and they offered 1.2 million, and he said no, which he said no because he was like, because I'm about the community. And I mean, I don't know who it was, because like it was a stream I've never watched, but apparently he's like he sounded like he was from Europe, and he probably has a big following over there. But he was like, I said no because I'm about the community, and Facebook is trash. And I'm like, and then he says, and I don't think that's a good career move for my stream long term. And I'm like, I don't know, man. 1.2 million is a lot.
It is, but you can't live off 1.2 million for the rest of your life, you know?
Yeah, but like when you're that big, see the thing, all right, this is coming from Zero's perspective. Let's say that they offer him 1.2 million, right? So he loses all that money that he's making from Twitch, which in the end probably doesn't matter, because the contract is not like 1.2 million to stream forever. It's 1.2 million to stream for however long the contract is, right? And it hit these many hours and whatever. But the thing is, when you get to that big of an influence, or that big of an audience, you end up like having your audience split all over. So not only does he have a Twitch audience, but also his YouTube videos are popping, which means he's getting YouTube money, which he will continue to get YouTube money. Because he's still gonna put out videos. It's not like they were like, oh, also you can't upload videos. They just want him to not stream on Twitch and to stream on Facebook for 1.2 million. I'm not saying he's got 1.2 million. I'm just using that number because I knew that was another we talked about earlier.
I wouldn't be shocked if he got millions of dollars for it. So
I mean, he's big, but I don't know if he's 1.2 million big. I'd say at the very least he's getting 600K, like at the very least. But yeah, so like, because he's still going to be making money from one, his sponsor, two, his YouTube videos, and any of the other like the money that he gets from being sponsored by Temple Store and the sponsors that they have. So you know, he may get money from I think they're sponsored by Logitech or whatever their peripheral sponsorship is. He may be getting money from that as well. So he's set. Plus the money that he's already made from Twitter or Twitch, plus the last check that he's going to get from Twitch. Like, I think he's pretty set. You know what I'm saying? Like, he started off like super hot when he got back in there. He was over like 10K subs, and then he dwindled down to like, I don't know, somewhere around 3 to 6K is I think the number he was around. That was fluctuating back and forth. And that's like good money for a month. And now he's tacked on a large lump sum plus his YouTube money. Like, I think Zero's fine. Now, on the flip, his viewers are definitely going to suffer, because it seems as though Facebook's gaming part is not that great yet. It's not that fleshed out. So it seems a little hard to navigate. I haven't tried it myself, but I've seen, you know, a decent amount of people talking about other people who've already went to Facebook, such as this guy's Toast. He's already went to Facebook, and some of his viewers or some of the people who've tweeted about that said it's really hard to find his page. It's really hard to navigate and things like that. But I'm sure that as time goes on, they'll probably be able to clean that up. It's just, as of right now, it holds no candle to the effectiveness and the layout of Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch or YouTube Gaming or any of those sites, I feel like Facebook's like at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
The thing is with Facebook Gaming, like I read reports about this, how the viewer counts are also inflated, because if someone is just scrolling through social media and they see a video being streamed, that counts as a viewer for like who knows how long, maybe like half an hour or something, just because they scrolled past it. So it might say like you have 500 viewers, but in actuality you have like 3, you know, because there's 497 people that just saw it on their feed really quick.
Feels like my current Twitch channel anyway. You know, I'd be sitting at 100 viewers, but only 2 people are talking. So I'm like, damn. All right.
People like to listen in the background, man.
Yeah, it's cool, man. I just like low chat interaction every now and then, but it's cool, bro. It's cool. I've learned to just talk to myself now. You know, like have a good conversation with yourself. Like, I wonder if I should do that. You shouldn't do that. You're right. All right, and then there it is. So
yeah, I mean that was good. Like, you could just do this podcast yourself, honestly. Like, what am I doing here? So we got a Mark. So another thing I wanted to talk about with the Facebook Gaming, was I thought when you made that note about how that one guy declined the offer because of Facebook being shady and stuff, and I was thinking if I was in their shoes, I don't know if I would be able to do that. Could turn down such a good offer, even though Facebook is known to be scummy and Mark Zuckerberg is just a terrible person, terrible human being. And the whole
but I also talked about that as well, is that Mark Zuckerberg sucks for sure.
Yeah.
But so does Jeff Bezos at times. You know what I mean? Like I just like there's more stories of Jeff Bezos coming out and being like, shitty. And so
of course.
It's like
I forget that Amazon's with Twitch now. Frick.
yeah. It's just like here. It's like Twitch isn't like Twitch isn't like the charity of streaming. It's not like St. Jude or Twitch is like the St. Jude of streaming. Like that's just not a thing. Like they're both still corporations that at the end are looking for that bottom dollar. It's just fucking Mark Zuckerberg has gotten a lot of hot water recently, and the evasion of privacy is a super huge issue that people have with Facebook. Like, because you don't like make another account and go under another name when you hop in these Facebook streams. It's still connected to your Facebook. So, like, if you're in the chat, chatting it up or whatever, and it's not like a fan page, then that means that people can like click on your name and then go to your profile. And yeah, I mean, for the most part, I wouldn't want that to happen to me either. But so it's interesting. I still think that Facebook is like, or Twitch is the lesser of two evils. But we can't like look and just be like, man, Facebook is so shit because of Mark Zuckerberg, and then like turn around and just look at like Jeff Bezos and like not say anything.
That's definitely a good point, man. I was actually just thinking about that as you said that. It's just because he's more recent in terms of being scummy, Like I've always known Jeff Bezos is like out there too, but God. Yeah. Twitch is owned by Amazon now. I forgot.
And I buy pretty much everything off Amazon. So even though I'm shitting on Jeff Bezos, I mean, I'm still giving him my money. Like I'm like, fuck it, I can't believe you've done that. Here's my 2-day Prime. No,
like, you're down with Amazon, but how about that Cyber Monday deal? Like, how's that going out?
Yeah, I was this close to buying a laptop, to be honest. Like if I had like an extra $1,000, I was gonna buy another laptop. They had like a nice deal on like a very sleek MSI laptops, and I'm all about MSI, so. I was like, but I needed another, like, I didn't want to like go. Yeah, I have a bunch of money that's out there right now that I'm chasing down that I haven't got yet. And I didn't want to like spend money that I don't have yet. So I'll just spend the extra like $200 and get it when it's off of Cyber Monday. So, but yeah, so overall, like just Zero going to Facebook sucks for his viewers for sure. It's great for him. I'm sure that he got a pretty large lump sum. He still gets to, upload on YouTube, so he still gets like a steady income from that. His YouTube is doing numbers. And I had like this epiphany basically that where I feel like a lot of Smash streamers that they're being corny and they're like their stream title basically was like, oh, relinquish your Prime sub here, because Zero's gone.
Wait,
but
really?
I mean, like a lot of people were saying like, oh man, if you got that extra Prime sub, I think that's just corny. But also I think that like it doesn't matter because everyone knows that the true king of Smash streaming is Nairo. So like Zero has a fan base of Smashers that also watch the stream. But for the most part, if you're going to go watch a Smash stream, you're most likely going to watch Nairo. So until Nairo leaves, no one's really getting a, like a super huge boost. I think maybe, there's probably going to be a couple Prime subs here and there for you, but like no one's going from 300 subs to like 1,000 subs because Zero dipped, except for like Nairo probably going from 6,000 to 7,000. So I don't know, man. It's like I think Zero has successfully crossed over to being a variety streamer. So him leaving is not like super huge waste on the Smash side of things because he's already kind of shown that like he doesn't really care about Ultimate like that anyway. So he's doing his variety stuff and then he goes and does his variety stuff on another channel. So it's not really like a super huge hit for at least Ultimate. Now Melee, that's a totally different story. But like as far as Ultimate goes, I think unless Nairo left, you guys we're pretty set for the Ultimate.
Can you imagine if Nairo leaves? What if Nairo's next?
I mean, I think he'd probably go. I feel like Nairo would probably go to Mixer before he went to Facebook, if anything. But I also think that like I heard that Twitch is actually doing some renewal deals now where they're paying people to stay. So it's not bad. Your contract renews every year with Twitch. Sometimes it's like it's automatic. so you don't get to see it. So like a streamer like me, I'm not gonna go and look at my contract because like I'm not big like that, right? But like a streamer like Nairo, who's like pretty much carrying a directory, it should be overlooking their contract and seeing what else they can get before, in comparison to some of the other contracts they could probably get from Mixer or Facebook Gaming or YouTube Gaming and stuff like that.
Yeah, and he's got his brother to be his manager too, so like he's set. Doesn't have to actually even deal with any of that. Because like I know like when you start streaming as like when you first become partnered or first become an affiliate, it's like split 50-50, and then you can negotiate that later on, or like your team can negotiate it to see so you can get more of a pull of that.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely got a higher split after I hit 300 subs. So I mean, I'm sitting nice, but I'm sure that I feel like Nairo's probably sitting at like $4 to 1. So
yeah, I wouldn't be shocked. It's like I want that to be $4.50, sir. I want that you get 50 cents per sub, please.
And they'd be like, you know what? Okay,
you got it. Just stay.
All right. So with that being said, good luck to Zero. I hope he has fun doing whatever he's doing over there, and that he gets paid and he lives successfully. That's all that really matters. And because he's such like a big entity, you also got to think about the fact that there's going to always be opportunity for him. Like him just showing up to places will get him paid and things like that. So I think he's on the right track to continue to make some money, but we'll see what happens a couple years from now, or a couple months from now, depending on how the deal goes. So moving on, though, we're going to look into this Kongo saga and who's stepping up and going over here. I don't think this is seeded yet. I'm just looking at the attendees list. Shuton number 1?
Wait, you have Shuton as number 1? I have MK Leo as number 1.
Maybe I gotta go to Ultimate Singles. Okay, there we go.
I just look at the bracket. Yeah.
All right, yeah. Let me look at the bracket. You're right. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the top. There's 975. So let's look at the top. Let's say
32.
The top. Yeah, top 32 seeds. That's pretty good. So right now, of the star players that you're going to be watching, you have MK Leo, Nairo, Samsora, Zachary, DeBuzz, Tweak, Gluttony, Meister, T, Light. That's 10 right there. And then 11 to 20, you have Shuton, Kameme, Void, Proto, Bonham, Ken, Cosmos, Kuro, Wadi, Goblin, and Kome. And then you keep moving down. You got Rivers, Nico, Rido, Schroeder, Pandarian. Move to the next page. Wrath, Prodigy, Neotono, Luis, Bestness, and then rounding up our top 32 is Ned and Myron. So right under Myron is Elegant, which is kind of crazy. I feel like Elegant should be outplacing Myron, but I could be wrong. Regardless, very stacked competition, man. I didn't really realize how many people were going to the Kongo Saga. 975 entrants.
I feel like there hasn't been like a tournament in a while that was just like the stacked tournament, because like back in the summer we were spoiled. We were getting like a stacked tournament every weekend. Mm-hmm. And so now it's been kind of like, heading off a bit, like, hey, this could be the finale. So everyone's going, and 2GG, they always get the Japanese players. So
yeah. The Japanese representation here is super huge. So
Ken's there. Ken has been in the USA since that Midwest Mayhem, back when Midwest Mayhem was even a thing. And so the only time Ken came to the States in Ultimate, he won the tournament. Granted, it was just a Midwest tournament, but, that's still saying something. He's getting second at the Japanese tournaments over there, competing with Sonic the Hedgehog, a character that people think sucks in Ultimate or is not that good. I could see Ken getting top 8. Like I could see Ken getting top 4 even, maybe. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but I'm excited to see what he's going to pull out with the Sonic.
Yeah, I think another interesting thing I see here is the Tweak is definitely sliding down on his seeding. He's number 6 now, and usually he's like number 2 or 3. So yeah, Tweak's got to pull it together, man. It has not been looking good for him in the last few tournaments that he's went to. I think he got like 9th at Atlanta, losing to Wrath.
13th.
13th. Wow, even worse. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, just not really going well for Tweak here. Seeded 6th. He's been doing. Let me see his recent placements real quick, because it seems like he's only really going to 13th, and then he got 2nd at the Tri-State Showdown, and the 1st at Smash Open Singles. But those are both like those are like locals. So at his last not local,
tiers,
that's 229, 136. All right, I'll give it up. 2nd at that 229 though, 1st out of 138, and then 13th out of 641 for DreamHack. But he's definitely got to pull it together, man. I don't really know. I mean, you have to think about the fact that like he didn't really do that well at Summit either. Like that was that was pretty rough. So yeah, he's got to pull it together there. If he wants to continue to have that shot at being number 1 on the PGR. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's happening in this PGR. I think he's taking quite too many losses, even if he was able to bring it back now that it's too late. But he was widely considered the second best player in the world in the first PGR, and now it's like he's just been faltering. While the first best player, MK Leo, he's taken a couple losses here, but he's probably still considered the best player for sure.
Hey, he started season 2 so well. That's the thing. Like he got what was it? He got second at Evo, first at Low Tier City. Like he was doing really well. Third at SmashCon, and then after that it just kind of fell off. So he's definitely gonna I think he's guaranteed a top 4-5 position in PGR season 2. So he'll still be way up there. But there's no way he's taking number 1 at this point. Even if he wins this tournament coming up, he still won't get number 1.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Kongo Saga is going to be a nice one. I'll be there. EE will be there with me as well. Mostly our other boys are going to Mango's birthday bash, which I definitely would have went to if they hit me up first, but I just pretty much went Kongo Saga because I wanted to go anyway, and then the Mango birthday bash same weekend. Real rough. It's going to be in Toronto. Should be a good time for anybody going up there. But if you want to, listen to the Black Plague, do some commentary, we will be doing top 8 or 4, whatever we're doing for the end of Kongo Saga. And then, it's also EE's birthday that weekend.
Really?
Yeah, big shout outs to EE. I think it's either Friday or it's the actual weekend. But yeah, definitely check. That's where we're going to Disney on Friday because it's birthday stuff. So
Disney, man.
Yeah,
it was cool that we were all in town for your birthday, but it's just a shame that it's a shame when everyone can't get together for it because we're all over the freaking nation. So
yeah. So. Yeah, big shout outs to D1 trying to do something else on my birthday. So,
hey, he came through. He came through.
Yeah. I feel like he only came through because the whatever Hugs thing didn't pop off that well. I can't believe he was like, yeah, well, I never get to see Hugs that much. I was like, dude, I live in North Carolina and you live in Cali. What are you even saying right now? It's like, oh man, friends, bro, friends. So
you're never gonna let that down. It's amazing.
Friends, bro, friends. I mean, but anyway, he came through because his other thing got canceled. Anyway, bro,
all right.
I think that we pretty much covered all the topics we want to talk about today. I'm sure there will be more stuff happening within the next few weeks, but for now, Smash Splash, good luck. Zero, good luck, and watch Kongo Saga. That's what we'll be doing this weekend, so it should be a good time.
I'll be at twitch.tv/2G Gaming. Yeah, go ahead and check it out. That's the last hurrah, right? Besides that ultimatum tournament or whatever. Oh
wait, actually, that's a big point. That's my Chippy said. Did we talk about DreamHack Winner? We did not, and we should definitely talk about it. Leffen won.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Leffen won, and then it's almost like if Vegeta actually became stronger than Goku at some point in time. That's what it feels like. When Leffen
it's not right, he's not supposed to win
his whole way through, and then he won, and you're like, wow, okay, well, willpower, I guess. I don't know.
Do you? I feel like you earn rights to complain if you win. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong, but
yeah, he can shit on the game forever now. He did it.
Well, was that wasn't an S tier, was it?
No, but I mean, he beat Mr. R, who was shitting on him during that boot camp. But I think the thing is, he went back and reviewed those VODs, and so Mr. R really kind of shot himself in the foot for playing him. But at the same time, there was no way that he was going to be in a position where him turning him down, means that Leffen was just going to get on Twitter and shit talk him for not being a top player that grinds. So he was basically forced to play him. It was a double-edged sword. That
was a trap card right there.
Yeah, you play him and then you give him all the info, or you don't play him and he's just like, wow, man, I told you ultimate players never want to fucking grind.
What a bitch. They just go ham. Man, that's nuts that he won that. I mean, granted, that was just EU, right? No one from the States went.
Not that I know of. Yeah, I think it was mostly. Yeah. So, and then on top of that, Gluten didn't even go. So it was really? It ended up just being Mr. R and Leffen. And some other obviously notable EU players. Oge was there and stuff. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
It's cool that he won. When Leffen starts to get top 4 at an NA tournament, that's when we're gonna be that's when we're screwed, right? That's when we know that Leffen's just gonna take over this game now, because I could see Leffen doing it, honestly, if the way he's been grinding.
Yeah, I mean, he'll complain the old way, but he'll definitely still try to learn the matchup. So most people will complain and just put it down. Leffen's nah, I'm gonna complain, but I'm still gonna learn how to beat you later. Yeah.
Doesn't
So-
ask for nerfs or anything. I don't really.
Oh,
see
there was a
what's wrong.
PGR B tier going on elsewhere that a lot of EU went to. Damn, that sucks. Split tournaments,
People
man.
don't want to go to DreamHacks, man. People just don't want to go to DreamHacks. I get it.
Yeah, but split tournaments is also just not helping in general. I was talking to the people, like, you know, I'm down here. I was down here in SoCal yesterday for that UCI Game Changer event, and they said that was one of like 7 locals going on at that day. So I get that SoCal's big, like that makes sense. But I think a couple of those locals could combine, and they could probably have 2 to 3 locals every day, and you would just drive an extra 15 minutes or whatever to get to where you need to go for that local instead of driving, you know, 30 minutes to this 10-man local. You drive 45 minutes to like a 45 to 50-man local. I don't know the competition. It's just to me it makes more sense. But
It's
you know,
the competition.
SoCal, they're doing whatever.
It's the competition from the TOs. It's like they're all trying to get their own tournament out there. They want to be the other tournaments.
Yeah,
And
everyone
also
wants
on
to be
top
the
of
guy.
that, they don't want to drive. Like it's SoCal, man. No one wants to drive there. So if they can drive less, they'll do it. So
Also, man, I think I'm gonna probably save this topic for next week. But I've seen a lot of commentator bitching lately, and that's what I'm gonna call it because that's what it is. But I've seen a
That's a
lot
little
of commentator
sneak peek.
bitching lately about how they've been grinding and not getting opportunities, and people are you know, blacklisting them and blackmailing them and shit. Dude, we've all went through the same stuff, and I have had tournaments where I was overqualified to get the spot, and I got turned down for the shit. And you know what I do? I just keep working until it is literally impossible for me to get denied, or it becomes a issue when I get denied, and people are like in your chat being like, "I cannot believe TKbreezy is not here," and like that's the grind I feel like a lot of people don't have. While also disrespecting the grind that I've done because they weren't existing when I was doing it, and so they just see, you know, they hop into the game, they see that like I'm doing all these top 8s or whatever, and they're like, "Man, I want to be up there doing all these top 8s with the greats like TK, like EE, like D1 and all that good stuff," whilst like not looking at the history or not doing any fucking research to be like, wow, this guy's really been at this thing for 10 years. And for 8 of those, or for 7 of those, were unpaid. So yeah, it's a while. So
we'll talk about that next week because I do want to talk about that.
We'll definitely talk about that next week, but I'm gonna put that out there now. So definitely tune in to next week's episode where I shit on all the new commentators who are complaining about absolutely nothing, or complaining while not having reason to complain yet. So yeah, that's my final thoughts. What are your final thoughts?
They're bitches, man. Like, what else can I say,
bro?
Like,
You had to go that damn.
Come on, like, what is it? Like, why are they complaining on a public forum? They want to burn bridges? Like, what? I don't understand. Whatever.
God damn, you had to go that ham. I was trying to keep it, you know.
I'm just being real, dog. Like, that shit infuriates me. Like, it's such a stupid move. We'll talk about it next week. We'll talk about it next week. So, guys, thank you guys for watching Hard Reads. We'll have this up on YouTube probably tomorrow because I won't be able to really upload it on this computer. This computer's kind of trash. But we will have it up tomorrow. If you want the on-demand version, we'll also probably have the iTunes up later tonight. So definitely check that if you did miss get all of it. And we will bring more hot topics to you next week. We'll see you then.